archaeology. Get out of there, Dan!
And... oh, good. Alrighty. So we're good. Oh my god, that makes it so much easier, even though I should probably introduce us.
Yes, and we're episode 30 because we got the episode wrong last time.
Oh, we did?
Yes, we did.
Oh! Oh, wait, I know that, actually, because I was just, fixing all the hard drives and stuff this morning and getting all my files worked out.
So now's probably a good time to do the intro.
Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 30 of You Call This Archaeology. And amazingly enough, I can now tell if we're peaking or not.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
because, you know, as long as it's in yellow, it's fine.
There you go. There you go. So we should be good.
Yeah, mostly.
All right. Well, I'm Chris Webster.
Yeah, and I am the person behind the Happy Archaeology Fun Time channel.
Wow, you just don't like your name being on the internet, do you?
No.
You're so weird.
I can't help it.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Yeah, I feel like it adds to my mystique, sort of.
It does, especially since you look like the on the video here. You look like the guy from what was that, Home Improvement? That you only saw like the bottom half of his face because it was always covered by a fence, or you only saw the top
neighbor
half.
dude.
Yeah, so the pop filter's just blocking your face. So.
Oh man, I should have kept that on. It's too late.
I know. I'm gonna take my headphones off because we sound okay. There's that typical Facebook sort of scratchiness to the thing. I can't figure out how to fix that. It's not coming out of this system. I'm not really sure where it's coming from. So
Interesting.
we'll see later. Anyway, so this is good. We've already got a few people following us too. Justin Hertz. Thanks for following us. Yeah, he's
neat.
I'm actually recording with him this evening. Man, he's got 3 episodes of his podcast out already. The Justin, sorry, I always want to say that. The Just Hurts So Good show. Go check that out on iTunes. It's actually really good. It's kind of in the business and entrepreneur category if you want to find it there. But he's just interviewing awesome people about awesome things that they're doing, and they happen to be entrepreneurs as well.
Yeah.
And into adventure and doing all kinds of things. So that's awesome. Go check it out.
Oh my god, I also finally found the Jordan Harbinger podcast, and they did their version of Fan Mail Friday, which was always my favorite show.
Yeah.
And they were talking about how they are no longer associated with that former concern.
Oh my.
Yeah, and how they have 6 months to turn a profit, or they're gonna have to find new jobs.
Well, all right then. I'll have to listen to that. So yeah, that's a great podcast if you want to just.
I thought it was interesting. The thing that they were saddest about is they no longer have access to their back catalog or the profits that come from it.
That's crazy. I wonder what happened.
Yeah,
so.
Something serious.
Yeah, well, always protect yourself, even if you got friends. So, Also, Sean Olson. I don't know if Sean's still watching, but
oh, that dude. I see him on Facebook.
Well, yeah, Sean's a good friend of mine. I met him on my very first archaeology project ever. He was, I think, on that project, he made out with the woman that would become my wife, and then, and then Sean became a best man at my wedding.
Full circle.
Full circle, man. That's CRM archaeology right there.
Oh my god.
It's perfect. Yeah.
Oh man.
So Richie's finishing dinner or lunch.
Actually, it's the first thing I ate today, so technically this is breakfast.
Breakfast, right. That makes sense.
I should have just had breakfast at 5.
I know.
And I mean by 5, I mean 5 a.m.
Yes. So we've got the Society for California Archaeology meeting coming up in a few weeks. Richie and I are both going to be broadcasting from there. So if you're going to be at the SCAs, let us know and come by the booth. There will be a Archaeology Podcast Network booth right next to the Wild Note booth. I'll be in both booths for the whole time. And I'm hoping, I need to make the order, probably tonight so I can get it in. But I'm going to buy kind of a sampling of a bunch of stuff from our T Public store and go from there. If you're listening to this right now, go to T Public, T-E-E, Public, type in ArcPodNet. All the t-shirts for the next 30 hours are on sale for $14.
Neat.
Which is pretty good.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, what about hoodies?
I think they said everything's on sale, 30%.
Oh, good.
But it's t-shirts they're promoting, but I think everything's on sale. But don't quote me on that, definitely t-shirts. And we've got actually some new designs that Tristan put up.
Ooh.
So, yeah, a couple of things.
Man, I am never going to get that shirt done at this rate. I'm going.
I know. Well, Tristan might get it done for you because he's doing all the shows, I think.
Oh, good.
So we'll do something. But anyway, we hope to have shirts for all the shows and some other stuff and just a wide variety of things to choose from. So,
man,
so that'll be cool.
That idea would have been so cool. But, man, I've just been so busy trying to design ads for the membership.
Yeah. Well, that's good stuff, too, because the more we do that, the better. So... You know, we gained a couple more members in the last week or so.
Yeah.
And bringing some more people into it.
Like, what do you think about Instagram's story about making archaeology great again?
Now, when you say story, no. Because archaeology is already great, Richie. Yeah, it's already great if you know how to do it.
Not according to our overlord.
Yeah, he doesn't even know how to spell archaeology. So. Anyway, so what do you got? You checked some notes for today, or should I just ramble with it?
Oh, well, sort of. I mean, I'm not sure if you checked out the website, but I did make a few changes to the homepage.
Yeah, I haven't noticed any like sweeping changes.
No.
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. So.
Yeah.
I actually don't even go to my own homepage very often. I just go to the website and go to the back end immediately.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like now, hopefully, for those of you who are in, on the other side of the camera, hopefully you understand now where to click and stuff. That's the main thing I did. But just just make it slightly easier to understand.
There you go. There you go. All right.
Well, Squarespace was acting so buggy this morning, I just had to go to sleep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that for sure.
Oh my god. What else have we been doing? Everything.
Well, I know I didn't think this would even happen this year, but I know some friends that are working in town. They're actually in from Boise, and they're working north of Reno, in the Virginia mountains there, but in the north end of Reno here at a fire area, and they got snowed out on Sunday when they were working. Ended their session a day early. So 'cause I think they were planning on driving back on Tuesday and working Monday, but they got snowed out Sunday night.
Interesting. So, was this I guess none of them are people from town.
No, they're all in from Boise.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What are their first names?
Melissa, Craig, and Eric. Yeah.
Great.
So, yeah. I didn't know Craig and Eric. I don't even know their last names.
Yeah.
So, but they were really cool. They actually sort of last minute, because they did get snowed out and their plans were changed. This was why I didn't get much done Sunday night either. We were just texting because we were going to do something later on in the week, but they're like, oh, we got snowed out, and they ended up coming over to our house for a sort of impromptu dinner because we were making salmon rice bowls, and Rachel had a ton of salmon, so we just made extra rice, and they came over, and it was really fun. So yeah. So that was cool. But it's always nice to meet new archaeologists and talk to them and swap stories and yeah.
Oh my god, that makes me think. This morning when I was checking my email, I opened up the latest Shovel Bums ad. That is the most jobless. It had the largest amount of job postings I've seen in years.
Well, it's the season for it, so.
No, but I mean, like, even more than a normal, like, winter. It, like, literally the most I've ever seen.
I wonder if it's other, because there's actually companies out there that don't post on Shovel Bumps.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they're starting to post more over there, or maybe it's just a weird time of the year, and it just happens to be a lot of work right now.
Oh, well, I was hoping it was a lot of work, sort of.
Well, of course, I mean, that's always good to hear, but who knows, I would be really great if we had an awesome season, and maybe we will. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to go back in the field this year, necessarily. I probably shouldn't say that out loud, because then someone might see this and like, I'm not going to hire you. But, but man, at the rate I'm accumulating, because at my current day job, they work on a point system. At the rate I'm accumulating points.
Points are bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At 12 points, you're fired, and I just got my 6th point.
Oh my.
Because of snow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're like, you were a minute late. And I'm like, there's no allowance for the snow. They said you should have left early. And I'm like, I did leave early, like half an hour early. And they're like, you should have left like an hour and a half early. And I'm like, so you expect me to just live here?
Yeah.
I'm like,
I guess.
It's like, oh my god. Anyway.
Yeah.
Plus, they're not going to be happy when I request time off for the SCAs.
You haven't done it yet? It's like 2 weeks away.
Well, I mean, you just need 24 hours notice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so weird. You can't be a minute late, but they only need 24 hours notice for time off.
See?
That's strange.
That is. And, oh my god, they keep hiring people. And they keep being surprised that people quit, even though people found out this week that across the way there's another place that pays $3 more for the same job. It's like, are you kidding? You guys kidding?
Is that Walmart?
No, it's literally another pet food warehouse.
How many pet food warehouses can there possibly be?
It's like asking how many dogs can there be in Reno and how many dog parks can there be?
Yeah,
and how many cats?
There's a lot. Yes, you're right, sir.
Oh my god, it's like today wasn't even crazy enough, but like I went out this morning. I guess not this morning, but I went out, left my house for the first time right before I came here, and I was talking to my oh god, I don't know what you'd call him. Like, he's not the maintenance dude. He's like the property manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my neighbors who had just been there for less than a month literally packed up all their stuff last night and moved.
Oh my god.
And it made me think, because this morning I was hearing all this banging.
Mm-hmm.
Like early this morning, that's the reason I got up. Because I couldn't sleep anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes me think of a project once. I was in North Dakota, and there's a bunch of banging in the room next to me. And literally that morning, we're like, where the hell is this dude? And he had packed up all the stuff and left.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ever had anything like that happen in any of your projects? Where someone just couldn't take it? I mean, and just like left?
Yeah, we've definitely had people leave. You know, I remember a guy left. We were telling a story Sunday night. I remember a guy left because he woke up early in the morning because his girlfriend wasn't there, and he woke up as she was coming out of the room of the crew chief.
Uh-oh.
One of the crew chiefs. He got pretty pissed and left.
He should have.
Yeah.
Oh my
and from
God.
what I understand, they like drove there together from across the country, and he just like left her there. So, yeah.
That was a healthy relationship.
I know. But I've seen people. I think the best walk off the job story I ever heard, which is not really related to what you're saying, but kind of, is this guy down in Miami. My second project ever. He was just like not having it. He wasn't working. There were two companies working basically in the same location.
Yeah.
And we were working on different stuff, but basically two companies there. And he was with the other company, but we all knew each other and kind of mingled. And he just like at break, man, he was just like done with archaeology. Like he wasn't even just done with that project. He was done with archaeology. And he took his field bag.
Yeah.
He put everything in it, and he's like, I'm not doing this anymore. And he just like walked out and threw his backpack in a dumpster on the way out to his car, and then we never saw him again.
Wow.
So, and of course, archaeologists, after he left, they went dumpster dove his backpack and pulled out all his gear.
Of course.
Yeah.
They didn't even want the pack, though?
Well, it wasn't like a good pack.
Damn it, fine.
And his gear was probably all crap, too. I mean, he had a bunch of, like, new stuff. Yeah, that was, like, substandard, you know, not very good stuff.
Interesting.
So.
Did you want to tell your leaving Utah story?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to.
I mean, I will. We were working for a project, a company out there, and I mean, honestly, the company had some good things going for it, and I did like the project, but there were just some other really no-go things that were going on there that I didn't like. Just some of the ways they were treating people and things like that. And but we found out that they did. Well, we obviously knew that they did early on. They had a really short turnaround on paychecks. So most companies, it's like 2 weeks or a week at least, and they had a super short turnaround. And it was like we got. How do I say that? We got, I guess, finished the session on Thursday, and by Monday the paycheck was in our accounts. Yeah. And you know, we were taking the 4 days off and going out and traveling around and doing stuff, so it wasn't unusual for us to load up our truck and just leave for the weekend. Yeah. Right. So people saw us doing that on Thursday night and then Friday morning. Yeah. And nobody really thought anything of it. Well, the thing is, nobody really looked in our room either, because we loaded everything into the truck. And then we left, and we actually went to Park City in Utah there, or maybe Salt Lake City. I don't know where we were at. Yeah. We were probably not even there. I think we were on the way to another job because we had already been looking, and this is why we left. So we waited and kept checking the bank account and waited until the money was deposited, and then called the office and said, "Hey, we're not going to be in tomorrow." And they're like, "Oh, what for?" I was like, "Well, because we quit. We're not going to be in ever. So see you later. Thanks for playing." Yeah, that's what happens when companies don't treat their employees right. And I want to continue on this thread for a minute. Yeah. Because I've been talking to other people in other industries. I've just had these conversations for some reason, like a lot in the last week or so. Yeah. And it is it is simultaneously amazing to me that employers don't see the value in treating their employees right. See? And also that so many companies just don't treat their employees right. And I don't mean just giving them benefits. I don't mean just doing some of the obvious things that are probably just baseline that you probably should do, right? But I mean really trying to treat your employees right. Really focusing on if you don't feel like as an employee that you are the most important asset at that company. See? And not important in just like a, hey, if you don't get this report done, we're bankrupt kind of asset, but just like you're the reason, you know, I'm employing people that I like, that I appreciate, that are colleagues. And sure, we're doing archaeology, but this is the reason I have a company. Yeah. This is the reason I'm a company owner. And it doesn't matter if it's archaeology or whatever it is. If you don't see the fact that you're a job creator and you're supporting somebody and their family as the most important thing you've ever done with your life, and really the work is secondary, it can be a close second, but secondary, then you probably shouldn't be owning a business. You know, it's not. It's about making money for sure, because we all need to make money to survive. Yeah. It has to be about that, at least to an extent.
Yeah.
But if you've lost sight of your employee welfare and you've lost sight of everything else, that's just it. And we've worked for so many companies like that.
Well, I mean, that's the thing at my current day job, is the fact that, because someone literally had an injury and they came back, you know, after 2 months, they're like, this place is completely different. Like, you literally, I'm not even joking, like, some people might think I'm joking, but literally, you have to, like, go find a supervisor to tell them that you're going to the bathroom now, even if that supervisor is like 20-minute walk away. Mm-hmm. You know, and you pass like 2 bathrooms.
Yeah.
Because they want an accounting of every second. Like, every second you have to work. You can't stop for anything. And it's just like, dude, like, and then you wonder why, you know, and they're like, and for some strange reason, we had like 100 absences yesterday. It's like,
right.
And like literally every day I go there and there's like less and less people, because there are other places that treat their employees better and pay the same or better. And it's like, dude, like, what are you guys thinking? I
know. Well, I feel like two overarching situations cause that sort of attitude towards employees.
Yeah.
One of them is, and this happens a lot in archaeology, is that money is scarce. And we know that. So people get stressed out. They end up just focusing on the bottom line, focusing on getting things done as quick as possible, focusing on the report, focusing on things like that, which I understand. It's a really stressful situation. And that's one reason why pretty much all of my efforts are designed towards making that process more efficient, because you're not going to get more money.
No.
So let's work with what you have and reduce stress and make your process more efficient, right?
Yeah.
So there's that. But then there's a situation that you're in that, and some bigger archaeology companies are in this situation as well, where the more steps you have between the employee, the baseline employee, and the owner, like, the more detached they are from the welfare of the company, right?
Yeah.
Like, the owner's like, oh, I'm sure we treat all our people amazingly and we do all these things. And then the next guy down is like, yeah, we treat people okay. Let's get those projects done. And then the next guy down is like, let's get those projects down. And then the next guy down is like, you know, I don't care who the hell you are or what's going on. If you don't get this stuff done, I'm fired. Yeah. So I don't even care about the company. I don't know what's going on. Let's just get the work done.
Oh my God, I almost forgot the most important thing this week. On Monday I came in, right? Mm-hmm. And, you know, we pick up stuff in the warehouse, you know, with these little golf cart thingies, right? Mm-hmm. And today I got on my golf cart thingy and I'm going around thinking, this thing must be broken. So I go up to a supervisor, he's like, it's not going to normal speed. And he's like, yeah, they've just reduced the speed of all these golf carts by half. But your numbers now are going to stay the same, or you're going to be fired. Like, literally, there was some poor girl who, like, literally was just, like, decided the golf cart's stupid, so she was just, like, running around, and you could just see the defeat just building in her as, like, you know, it was just getting close to the end of the day, because they used to do it, like, an average. Like, you know, you haven't met your quotas this month or this week, but now they're doing it by the day. Mm. So if you don't make your numbers that day, you're fired.
God, it's almost like they just want to go out of business.
Or they just, like, assume there's, like, an endless employee supply of people.
They know they're in Reno, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, dude, so you expect us to make the same numbers, yet you've just reduced, like, the amount of the speed of these golf carts by half. And they're rearranging the layout of the warehouse so that it's less efficient, so that you have to go, like, twice the length around in some rows.
Nice.
So it's just like, it's literally impossible. And we're supposed to be super safe and, like, you know, and, like, follow all these little safety rules, but you can't do that and still, like, get your numbers. It's impossible. Like, literally, they're making it so that it is literally impossible.
That's craziness.
You're telling me.
Yeah.
I keep thinking, my God, am I going to turn into a roach tomorrow?
I know, right?
You know, and for those of you who obviously don't understand our reference, I'm talking about Kafka.
That's very, very... I was going to say Kafka-esque, but it's not Kafka-esque. It's literally Kafka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that place is Kafka-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, oh my God.
You're gonna just pass out one day at work from working too hard and find yourself in some weird trial. That'll be Kafka-esque.
Oh my God, that could happen.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my God.
Nice.
It's the reason why this week I, like, kicked not to slightly switch gears, but it's why I kicked, you know, my marketing efforts for the APN into high gear. Like, literally I was going to do a t-shirt, but it's like, that's not going to be as much of a return. It's just like getting out better ads and stuff.
Well, and I got to say something about you, Richie, and your side hustle action, because I was talking to somebody today, a company that I believe you have sent a resume to.
Oh, really?
And he was at this thing that I go to once a week, and
oh, yeah.
I was talking to him this morning and talking about you, and you know, and you know, we're like, yeah, he's new in the field and stuff like that, new in this field, you know, trying to get his foot in the door, and he said, the guy actually said, now he's kind of a low level guy at this place, the one I was talking to.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah, and he said no, I saw his info and we liked it, and we're definitely going to hold it for, you know, when they don't have a position open right now.
I figured.
But they're, you know, they're holding that until they do, and then they'll take a look, because he's like, yeah, I said, yeah, I mean, he gets off of work and he like does other stuff until like 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning, and then gets up and does it all again the next day. I mean, he's really hard charging and trying to get this stuff done. And the guy was like, yeah, I know, he's got more certifications than I do.
Really?
That's what he said.
Wow. Oh my God.
So my point is, sometimes you just have to crank it. Sometimes you just have to crank it and crush it and keep on moving.
Ooh.
And at some point, if you don't give up, something will happen.
Yeah.
You know, it's like for example, I mean, I use my own self as an example. I've been, you know, with the Archaeology Podcast Network, we've gone up and down on finances and things like that. Some months we've had lots of advertising. Most months we've had no advertising.
Yeah.
But that's really because I don't like look for it. If I actually had somebody doing that, I'm sure we'd have ads on every single podcast.
Oh.
However,
Something to add to my thing.
however, I don't want that.
Oh, really?
I mean, I take it early on,
Yeah.
but I want to be member supported, so we don't have to have ads.
Ooh.
You know, and the membership is starting to increase slowly but surely, and that's just something we just got to plug away at. But as the membership increases, and then, you know, I decided a few months ago to really legitimize my podcast training efforts. That's my side hustle, and now I'm going to bring in about $1,000 extra this month.
Ooh.
Just on podcast training.
Neat.
And somebody's already signed up for my March workshop, and I haven't even started promoting it yet.
Ooh.
I wasn't going to start promoting it until March 1st.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you promote it too early, then it's too far out, you know, all that stuff.
But dude, it's February 21st. That's like next week.
I know, and the class is March 16th. It's almost a month away.
Wow.
Yeah, so, and I don't even know how this woman found it. Like, I have no idea.
That's neat.
Because I don't have a Facebook promotion.
Yeah.
I'm hoping she either saw me at a presentation, or, you know, I've gotten more and more likes on the page, so maybe it's getting around that way. I'm not really sure.
Oh,
So
good.
I'd like to find out from her what she actually did. And the great thing is,
Yeah.
you know, you always have to be managing your side hustle as well, and tweaking it and doing different things. Like, Richie, if you don't get anything in the next couple months, you might have to be thinking, well, maybe I need to get this. Maybe I need to approach these people. Maybe I have to do this. You have to pivot, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing the same thing, because my class, which was supposed to take 7.5 hours, took 9.5 hours. My first podcast workshop did.
Really?
Well, I asked him, I said, listen, we're going to go through the whole slide deck here, and we're going to get everything done, but then I'll be here as long as you need. And everybody in the class, except for one person that had another engagement they had to get to, stayed another 2 hours, because they just had more questions.
Interesting. That makes me think you should split it up into 2 nights.
Well, I want it to still be one day, because people just don't have time for 2 days. But here's the thing: I had a 2-hour session with one of the women this morning, because since we still didn't even cover everything, we didn't really even get into editing.
Yeah.
I offered for free an extra 2-hour session with everybody.
Neat.
And that they could just book me whenever. And I did the first one this morning with one of the women that's going to have a really good podcast, I think. And you know, she does her own conferences and trainings on different things as well.
Oh, really?
And yeah, she gave me some really good advice, which I immediately used with the person that signed up for my class today.
Interesting. Anything you can share?
Well, it's really about doing things ahead of time that you know, so if we go through the whole class, and any podcast training, any training is going to be like this. If you go through a whole day's of training, and then you get done and you tell the people, okay, now go do this and this and this on your own, and there's no follow-up, well, did they get the most out of their training?
No.
So one thing she suggested was she said to take a few things that we did in the training that I thought would be valuable to have during the day.
Yeah.
But turns out they take too much time. And I didn't know this until I did it. And I've been trying to figure out a way to retool it. And she gave me some ideas, and I actually put them into place today. But it was basically just, you know, come up with your first 10 episodes and download Audacity, make sure it runs as a thing, and then, you know, figure out your music and stuff like that. And I'm telling people to do that before they even come to class. Because that's the kind of thing they can do without any training. I can just tell them, do these things.
Oh man, you should set that up as like a pre-roll sort of video. Decide when
I'm going to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That way they
all
can
that's going to be
decide.
video based.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll actually show them how to install Audacity.
Yeah.
And then what to do. And I also told her how to set up the initial folder structure for the class and all that stuff. All these things that I spent time on in the class that may have only taken 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there.
But that adds up.
But that adds up and it cuts down on the time. So
Oh.
and by doing it before,
Yeah.
but ahead of time, it gets them more excited about taking the class. Like
That
they're
too.
actually doing something. You
And
know?
more importantly, you should definitely make sure to tell them don't ever move an Audacity file because it will freak out the program. That's one of the things I learned the hard way.
Well, Audacity, if it's anything like Audition, you don't move a file, you move the entire folder.
Well, that's what I meant. It's
Yeah.
like if you like move anything, like the file, the folder,
Oh, it
anything.
freaks out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anything.
GarageBand is the only one that doesn't really do that because everything's stored in the GarageBand file, which is bad. You
Yeah.
can't get to it then, and you can't open it. The nice thing about Audacity and Audition is it's basically, and these are audio editing programs.
Yeah.
It's called DAW, Digital Audio Workstation. But the nice thing about these is it makes the files essentially non-destructive,
Yeah.
and it makes it so basically the file that is the program file is just blueprints. It's
Yeah.
not actually data.
Oh my
So,
god. You know, not the transition, but
That's the name of your game, Richie. You
can't
like to
help it.
transition rapidly.
oh my god. Well, right before I came here, I spent like most of my morning and afternoon fussing with hard drives.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and like that hard drive that I thought was like 250 megabytes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out it was a full terabyte hard drive, so it took me forever to figure out what the hell is, there was nothing on it. So I'm like, why is this thing like not registering as a full terabyte? So I just finally just erased and reformatted it. And so now I have a 4 terabyte offload drive, and that also means that I just need a NAS enclosure, which are super cheap, and so finally I will be up and running.
Mm-hmm.
And for people at home who don't know what a NAS server is, it's kind of like your own private, like Dropbox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that way I can, render with one computer and then upload with the other.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you
thank
go.
God. It's like, oh my God, it's finally almost coming together. I can almost start upgrading the 4K equipment.
I know.
One day.
One day. Well, I think you've got time because 4K adoption for displays is not quite there yet.
And by that
So-
time, it'll be like 5K.
Yeah, right. Well, there's already protocols and standards for like 8K memory devices.
Oh my
So,
God.
Yeah.
Well, the next Panasonic camera supposedly is going to do 8K because the current one can do 5K.
All the Ks. That's all it's going to say on it after that. It's just going to say all the Ks. Yeah.
Oh my God, that makes me think of a, even though it's completely unrelated, it makes me think of someone who once after their money back from a theater because the picture was fuzzy, it was in double vision, and the attendant had to explain to him it's a 3D movie. It's like,
Why do you think we handed you the glasses?
he's
Yeah.
like, oh man, I thought those were just like stupid, so I just like,
I know how we can make all our money, Richie. We can sell the extra Ks, so we can create a thing. It's just like a K. It's like you only have a 4K TV and you want a 5K TV. We'll say the extra K.
oh my God, I was thinking this morning. I remember because last week you and I were talking about quantum GIS and how we only use 5% of it.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, man, too bad no one has ever come up with an app where you just strip out like the 95% of crap you don't want and just like the 5% of like, just making polygons, lines, and, points. And just like being able to export it to like quantum GIS as like a shape file.
That'd be nice for lots of programs where if you just, developers don't often give you the ability to change the menu structure though. But if you could, and you could just be like, listen, I just want these things, and then when I turn on the app, you turn on your profile, and it just like drops it down in just the things you need to use. But then again, developers would say, or at least program owners would say, yeah, but once you get to the point where you do want this other stuff, you'll forget it's even there. So I don't know. Who
Well, I was
knows?
only thinking that because I have played around with all the quote unquote, ArcGIS type programs on like Android, and like they're terrible.
Yeah,
It's like they're trying to do too much, or they don't do anything you really want.
right.
Like, I can already make points with I can already make a track with my GPS. That's not useful.
Yeah. Yeah, Justin is saying the audio was fine, but the video is herky-jerky.
Oh, you're telling us?
I know. We're seeing frames drop. It's honestly, we're just rolling with it because this can just be audio anyway. You don't need to see our ugly mugs moving the whole time. It's not like we're showing anything on the screen. That's why I'm just rolling with this whole podcast. I don't really... If you want to see the good video, you can always just go to the website or Richie's channel.
Happy archaeology fun time.
That's right. You just can't watch it live.
Yeah.
And we could be broadcasting to YouTube live and then come in the other direction, but it would be the same thing either way because the dropping frames aspect of the video is a result of not being on Ethernet here.
Well, more importantly, there's like 1 million people here, and they're all using the internet.
Well, they're all using the internet. I mean, it's a working space, and
Yeah.
it's 4:30 in the afternoon. So,
Yeah.
you know, if we could do this later, we probably should. You
Yeah,
know?
but that's not going to happen.
I know.
I've got
So-
like too much stuff to do.
I know, me
It
too.
is.
Me too. I mean, I've got a thing. In fact, Justin knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I've got a thing at 5:30 right after this.
Yeah, I was
So-
going to try to design the membership campaign ad drive and maybe get some work on the t-shirt, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Plus, I was also going to try to, teach myself more about quantum GIS. I was actually going to fuss around with the,
Oh.
I was going to fuss around with making a map tonight.
Yeah.
Even though I realized the number one thing that I wanted to use it for is not possible.
What's that?
I wanted to export polygons and stuff to my Garmin.
Why isn't that possible? You can export KML files.
That you can, but the polygons won't show up. Only the points and lines. It can't handle the polygons.
Oh, right. Polygons show up as a complete line.
Yeah.
So you can do it, but it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
my whole point, my whole thinking was originally just to like one of these days just make my own project map, upload it to my GPS, and then have it. But then I realized, well, I'll never be able to do that
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say never. They just need to change the protocols a little bit.
unless I just break down and buy one of those like some really cheap Trimble or what's that other one that we were always given at that company we were.
Magellan?
Oh my God, that terrible one.
Those Magellans, there's others, yeah, who knows.
Oh my God, you weren't even there, but I remember one time, Mr. Jeff bought us knockoff batteries for it because they didn't make batteries for it anymore. And so Mr. Ty was replacing the battery and it started smoking in his lap, so he's like, ah! So I had to throw the whole thing out of the truck.
Jesus. Archaeology. Yeah. Well, I wanted to mention, in case you're watching the video of this, because I think most people probably do at this time of day. If you're watching the video of this, and it's real time, it is currently February 20th, is it? 21st?
Yeah,
February
21st. Yeah.
I will be in Santa Clara, which is in the south end of the Bay Area, from Friday evening until Sunday afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
I got plenty of time on Saturday because my wife's going to a trade show, so I'll be there just hanging out. I'm going to go check out the Apple campus on Saturday.
My God.
The spaceship.
Have you been reading all the articles
Well, I've read some articles.
about the glass and how people are running into it?
Oh, I did read that. Yeah. People were putting like post-it notes on the glass because they're always down in their phones anyway, because it's Apple. And then they're just like running into this amazing glass that's like single pane glass.
Oh my God, guess what Marquise Brownlee was testing this week?
Hmm.
The very first phone with the integrated under glass fingerprint reader.
Wow, did it work?
Yeah.
Nice.
And he said, at this point, whatchamacallit, they just put it in one spot, like the regular home button spot, because that's where people are used to it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no reason why you couldn't have the whole screen be a fingerprint reader.
Just anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's put it down.
I'm not sure I'd like that.
Why not?
Well, because I'm always just like picking my phone up like this, and I would just log in. What if I don't
Exactly.
want to log in?
What?
I know. What if I'm like throwing my phone away because somebody's attacking me, and I just unlocked it as I chucked it at them?
Oh my God, then you'd have video proof.
I guess. It didn't turn the video on right away, though. Back to the Apple spaceship campus a little bit. A lot of people are flying drones and stuff over it, and Apple doesn't seem to really care about that. Although they did install a no-fly zone when they had it was like some sort of opening ceremony or some weird thing that was going on there.
Neat.
They had a bunch of people there. It was rumored, they never proved this, but it was rumored that they actually hired a company to do interference. So it would actually just knock drones out of the sky.
Oh my God.
Basically electronic warfare on drones.
Wasn't there like a country or a city that was like training like hawks or something to like
That's
catch?
a completely separate thing. Yeah, somebody was. I think we were. But anyway, I saw just an article just the other day. Somebody was flying a DJI Phantom over the thing, and they had video because DJI will cache the video onto your iPad, so they had the video. But he was flying his drone, and all of a sudden, with no warning whatsoever, and no previous times this happened, it just tumbled and fell out of the sky, and he lost it. And he hired another guy to go find his drone with another drone. And the guy was keeping his distance because he wasn't sure if the interference zone was actually causing the problems.
Yeah.
But they ended up finding his drone, and the entire top of the building on this whole circular building is solar panels.
Oh.
And his Phantom was sitting between two solar panels right on top of the roof.
Neat.
And what I expected to see was like a whole bunch of drones up there and like frisbees and all kinds of stuff, just like your house,
Oh
But,
my God! Did you hear about that weird story where this dude was doing some helicopter training, and he said that a drone hit him and caused him to crash into the tree line. But everyone pointed out, why would you allow a student to fly like 50 feet, a brand new student, like someone who's never flown a helicopter before, to fly like 50 feet above a tree line?
Well, that's not unheard of.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, student pilots fly wherever they want to fly.
And yet they never found the drone. And so it's just like...
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the drone's easy to go land and then run away.
Yeah.
So, I mean, unless the drone hit the helicopter. So.
Yeah.
But
My God, I always thought it'd be a cool thing to like start doing real like tech reviews, but from an archaeological perspective on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, man, the first thing I'd love to do if I ever got like won the lottery would be like like drone testing. Like maybe try the new Mavic.
Yeah, you wouldn't be the only one. There's lots of channels doing that. You have to find a new way to do it.
Well, that's what I mean. From an archaeologist perspective, from like an industry perspective, because everyone's doing it from more of either a hobbyist or a filmmaker perspective, but we don't really care about that.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of tech videos out there regarding drones specifically, talking about, somebody with just out on BLM land or something doing some reviews and stuff. I mean, we could go do that with at least one drone I know of.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's what I was thinking, man. If we had compare it directly head up to the Mavic Air.
Mm-hmm.
So if you feel like donating about $700 to us.
Yeah. So,
although one of the tech channels I know, they buy stuff with their own money and then they sell it like as soon as the review's over.
Right.
That way they they obviously don't get 100% of it back, but
no, but then if a lot of people are watching their video, they'll make it up anyway.
Yeah.
So
thinking, man, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
And this dude like supports himself entirely from his tech channel.
Right.
Which I thought was cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. It's always nice to be able to do that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was just thinking this today, like one of the main reasons I was late today,
Mm-hmm.
because Chromecast would not turn off. I finally had to unplug it. But I learned something this week about Chromecast. Because my TV is new enough that I can turn it on with the Chromecast. But without the Google Assistant or Alexa, I cannot turn it off.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess if I was using an Alexa device, to control a TV, maybe I'd be able to turn it off. But it definitely does not like Chromecast.
Yeah.
At all.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right.
Wait, any comments?
Not really too much yet. But I was gonna say, continue on with my weekend here.
Yeah.
If anybody is in the area and wants to hook up and talk archaeology or record a podcast, I'm available. But also on Sunday afternoon, I'm headed down to San Luis Obispo for a day and a half.
Neat.
With my wife. We're coming back on Tuesday, and we will be down talking to the Wild No people and probably camping out on the coast.
Ooh.
And checking some things out. So if you're in that area, then check it out.
Interesting. Have you made any improvements to the bed or the bed?
No, the truck beds thing, the camping thing. I'm actually probably gonna I'll probably design it tonight when I get home and then try to print it in the morning. But I've been trying to think of a way. So I talked about before the truck beds. Airbed thing that works fine, but then the little the little tent back that goes around the edge, it doesn't let the topper's glass top stay up high enough to where it's really solid. It could just fall down real easy. And when it does that, it makes the thing loose and it just doesn't work very well. I like it mostly, but I kept thinking I wanted to design some sort of triangular shaped thing that jams in between the shock that's on the window, and then the braces. But I was thinking, man, really all I need is a cylinder with a hollow center and an edge that I can just clamp onto the shock and then keep it from retracting.
They already make that. It's called a C-clamp.
Right. Right. And I could just get something like that, but I want to design something that's not going to like put your chips in, because if you've got something that's gripping onto it, that could actually ruin the shock.
Well, that's true.
So, and I don't want that. But if I had something that could just go around it and then stop, that's something easy to make.
Interesting. So. Or maybe they make something like that for screen doors, because I assume there's got to be a way to keep a screen door open.
Well, usually with a screen door, and this would be a similar theory, and maybe it would work, I don't know. It's really just a tiny piece of metal that goes around the thing, and it's really the friction of the metal canted sideways just a little bit that keeps the screen door from closing.
It's almost like you could just jam something you've already made that's sitting upstairs into it if it just had a slightly bigger channel.
A lot bigger channel.
Yeah.
But it's the same theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I've actually got more printing back here. Yeah, I can see the printer moving right now.
Oh, they moved it.
Oh, yeah, they rearranged the room a little bit.
Not that they
So,
can see
no.
what we're talking about.
Nobody can see what we're talking about.
Wait, what is that black thing now behind them?
I don't know. Oh, those are mailboxes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't
Like,
know where those are going.
oh, all right. I thought like maybe mailboxes for everyone here, like internal.
It is.
Oh,
Yeah, but I don't know where they're going. So
interesting.
anyway, nobody on the podcast cares about what we're talking about. So
Sure they do.
yeah, sure they do.
Oh my god, and so far we're only dropping 67% of our frames right now.
Nice. Hey, also if you're listening to this, I did reserve, so it's official. I can't remember if I said this or not, but it's official that WildNote and myself will be at the Northwest Anthropological Conference in Boise, Idaho at the end of March.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
My god, it's crazy all the conferences that are coming up.
I'm going to 3 in March alone.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, for people wondering what the third one is, it's the NAA.
Yeah, the Nevada Archaeological Association conference is in downtown Reno.
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes from my house. Like 6 minutes from your house.
Yeah. Oh my god, I might like, get another point at work and like leave early and like go there Friday.
Nice.
We'll see.
Yeah, Friday there's workshops in the morning, and I think the conference kicks off around noon usually on Friday, and then goes through the evening. Is the banquet Saturday night?
It is.
Yeah.
But Friday night's usually what the just like the boozer mixer.
Well, and it's going to be fun at the Renaissance. If you're in Reno for this conference, it's going to be pretty fun because we've got the whole indoor gaming area, bocce ball and the skee ball and and all the other stuff. Yeah.
Ooh, this will be a lot better than that weird hotel casino thing.
Which one?
The one last year in Vegas.
Oh, in Vegas? Yeah, there was nothing to do there.
Yeah.
Well, but it was still better than Ely.
Well, that's true. Although, there was stuff to do, but you had to like literally take a taxi like across the way, even though you could see the Vegas Strip from like the damn hotel.
Right, but this will be a better. I love having a conference because nobody else does this, and it's just a function of the hotel. So, I understand that, but it'll be great to be at the banquet / social mixer afterwards and not have to go anywhere and just stay inside and play games, have fun with people. Yeah. And then the best thing for me, obviously, is going to be able to just walk home right after that.
I was thinking the same thing, but it depends on how cold it is.
Oh, come on. It's like half a mile to your house. I mean, I walked in yesterday morning and it was 10 degrees when I left the house.
Oh, man.
I know.
Oh, just thinking about it. Just thinking about driving. Like, people were driving so slow. It's like, that's the reason I was late to work.
Yeah, well, you left super early. Tomorrow's not going to be any better. Do you hear that?
I know.
But we'll talk about weather right now on the, here's Weather at 5 with the Archaeology Podcast Network. No, we're supposed to, you're probably going to wake up to 1 to 3 inches.
Oh, it's so dumb.
Yeah. So good luck with that. You better leave an hour and a half early for work.
I almost feel like just calling in sick tomorrow.
No, you have to leave at 3 o'clock in the morning just so you get there on time. You can't afford another point, Richie. Is it a point a minute or is it just 1 point for being late?
It's it depends. Like they split it up, so it's like 1 point for each half of the day. Even if you're 1 minute late or show up at lunch.
Oh, so if you know you're going to be like 10 minutes late, you may as well show up 3 hours late?
Yeah. But then it's like, well, I'm already on the way.
Yeah, I know, but seriously. Yeah.
It depends. I'll wake up tomorrow and see, because I already asked for voluntary time off tomorrow, but I don't think they're giving it. But I'm like, well, shit, if I'm going to get a point, might as well get 2 points.
I guess, yeah.
More importantly, I can catch up all the stuff I haven't been able to catch up on. It's like, oh my god. Like, I actually did start designing the, you call this archaeology t-shirt. It's actually going to be good looking, but I just have to have the time to finish it.
Well, that'll be cool.
I guess I shouldn't call it good looking, because it's not going to be good looking per se. It's not meant to be good looking. It's meant to look like I'm not going to say what it's meant to look like, but it's meant to look like something that was in someone's backpack that they were carrying around as a cheat sheet.
I don't even know how to take that.
Well, you know the concept.
Kind of, but you're going to have to explain it to me elsewhere because you don't want to talk about it here.
That's true.
Yeah. All right. We're going to have to try to make it a point on this show not to talk about stuff that people can't see or understand. Lies. Or have vague references to.
Bah. I like that, though.
This is why we have one viewer. Yeah.
Oh my god. And I think that by tonight, if I can't get that, if I can't get the audio issues with the next episode 23 fixed, I'm just going to move on.
Yeah.
Because it's like literally, I've just been like literally the holding up of this episode has just been trying to get this audio to sync up, and I'm like, well, you know, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, yeah.
I got it.
Anyway. Well, we've got about 13, 14 minutes left.
Oh, thank God.
Before I've got to roll, because I have a client tonight.
Oh, we have 13 minutes left of video before this card runs out of memory.
Oh, so we have 13 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Nice, nice. What do you got to wrap up the show, Richie?
Interesting. My God, I feel like I almost did all the things I was going to talk about, but for some, oh, I was going to say though that I said before that there haven't been any good kind of Android apps for graphic design.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wrong. Obviously, the Canva is one. That's the one I was designing the ads on.
Mm-hmm.
It's both Android and iOS compatible, and it's on the computer. The only problem with using it with my Android is the fact that for some reason Amazon has set up the file system weird, so you can't upload. You can't with any other device like my phone or my iPad. I can just upload to the Dropbox and then drop it in my camera roll.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with this, it won't. There's no camera roll, and it and Canva will only access photos that are in your photo roll.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also discovered that the Gravit Designer, which is another good one,
Yeah.
it's Chrome based. It's like a browser based, and the app will not run on here, but the browser version works fine.
That's weird.
Yeah, and it's really good. Obviously, it's not. I can't graphic design on a 7-inch screen, but
Right.
but it works.
Yeah.
I'm amazed at how much some of these I remember I used to laugh at the whole idea of Chromebooks and browser-based programs, but it's man, it's actually working.
Mm-hmm.
If you could just get other stuff maybe a photo editing or maybe a video or audio editing thing to just run straight out of your Chrome.
Listen, I think the only reason that browser-based apps have never really taken off as a primary use case, because that's actually what Steve Jobs' first view of using the iPhone was.
Ooh.
He said nobody's ever going to download an app onto their device. It's all going to be browser-based. That's what he thought.
Yeah.
And
well, he was right, just not yet.
Well, the reason I think that you're right. The reason I think that it's not a thing is because it actually, from a development standpoint, it's really a pain in the ass to download an app, because they have to push out an update, and then people have to download the update, and if they don't, their app keeps breaking, and then they get pissed, and they didn't know there was an update, blah, blah, blah. But I think the biggest reason that's, using things consistently in the browser is just data.
Yeah.
Data usage. People don't have unlimited data right now.
Yet.
No, and they used to. Then the companies realized that was a bad idea.
Bah.
And now, eventually, just like the fact that minutes are now unlimited on every single cell phone, there's no such thing as minutes anymore. There's no such thing as time. Data's going to be that way at some point.
Well, I look at my phone, it still tells me minutes, but it's irrelevant.
Yeah, it's really, the fact that data is not unlimited yet is really, really simply a factor of the number of cell towers out there. Cell phone companies, sure, they're greedy bastards like everybody else is, but they're not just trying to gouge us. They simply don't have the bandwidth for everybody to be unlimited.
Oh, unless Elon Musk finishes launching all the satellites he's been launching.
That's another thing. I will switch to Tesla Wireless the minute I can, if that's what they're going to call it. I don't want them to call it Musk Wireless. I think that'll be the Elon's Wi-Fi.
Oh,
you just connect to a network. It's just called Elon Musk.
Oh, I was thinking who's going to name it something after Tesla, like Nikola Tesla, one of his devices, maybe Death Ray Internet.
Death Ray Internet, nice.
Or something.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
I was just thinking of something else about him, but whatever. Oh, wait, not about him, but did you see that AT&T is about ready to roll out 5G?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, in San Francisco, New York, and Chicago?
I don't know where, but they're preparing it, so 5G is a thing coming up.
So great. They don't even have enough cell towers to support 4G yet in the rest of the country, and they're coming out with 5G. That's awesome. All the Gs. Let's sell people that extra G, Richie. You can come to our website. We're going to call it gsandks.com. So if you need an extra K for your TV or an extra G for your phone, you can buy it right here.
Was it AT&T or T-Mobile who was pretending that they had more coverage than Verizon when they didn't?
I don't know. I don't know what it was. Yeah, they're all full of crap.
I'm just surprised you still stick with AT&T.
I just don't want to. It's too hard to move.
What?
It's just too hard. I don't care.
Oh my god. But I can be anywhere in Nevada and get service with Verizon.
Do you know how comforting it is to actually be out of service, though?
No.
Do you know how comforting that is?
It's not.
It's not when I need to use it, but that's why I find apps that I can use in the field where I don't need service. But from an email and connectivity standpoint, I'll tell you what, when you're receiving 30 or 40 emails a day, not just spam, but shit you have to respond to.
Yeah.
And I've got Slack messages from 14 different teams that I respond to. I've got just all kinds of stuff. But when I can legitimately say, I'm going to be out of contact, for example, I was in Hawthorne, Nevada this last weekend.
Oh, I know that.
And I get shit service in Hawthorne, Nevada. AT&T is just crap. I don't even bother trying to use the phone. Now, true, if I'm on Wi-Fi, I can still make a call because Wi-Fi calling, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
but either way, I use that as a fantastic excuse because I forgot to call my grandmother on Sunday, and it was her birthday.
Oh, really?
So I called her on Monday, and she's like, a little too late. That's like she answers the phone and goes, a little too late. And I was like, sorry, I was in central Nevada. There was no cell service. She's like, oh, well, that's okay.
Oh, my God.
Don't tell her that I said that.
It's like, that's still the saddest little town. One of the saddest ones.
Actually, the El Capitan's rooms now are really nice.
Really?
Yeah, because it's owned by Travelodge now, and they pumped a ton of money into it.
That's so weird that you.
But it's still a sad town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so weird you pump money into there.
Well, it's always full though. It's the only really nice. It's the only nice place to stay in the whole entire town, and they still get a lot of military people in.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and they still get people. I mean, it's really one of the only places to stay if you've just got a few more hours to go and you just can't do it. You got to stay in Hawthorne because it's a ways from Tonopah, and it's 2.5 hours from Reno.
Why wouldn't you just rather stay at the Mizpah though?
Well, you know.
Or maybe the Clown.
Depends on no, you don't want to stay at the Clown. Yeah. Anyway, last 5 minutes of the show, so you know, check out all the things. I'll mention one more time. If you haven't checked out the T Public store, then do that. TEE Public, and then type in ArchPodNet, ARCHPODNET. If you're watching this on Facebook. And it's sometime between, February 21st and February 22nd. Go to the Archaeology Podcast Network Facebook page, which you're on now, and I pin that post to the top so you can link right to it.
Or if you go to the APN website, it should be like literally right below. It's like right there. It's in green.
Yeah, it's right there on the front. archpodnet.com/shop. Any one of those links will take you there.
Yeah.
So there's a number of ways to find it. But seriously, $14 for a t-shirt, and I have like 3 of them now because they sent them to me. They're really good t-shirts. They're high quality.
Interesting. So you're just going to have them all spread across the booth?
Well, my plan for SCA, if you're going, is I'm going to have a sampling of a bunch of stuff, and I hope to have a number of different things, but not very many quantities of each, so people will be able to buy them there. But I mean, because I can't afford like $1,000 in inventory, so unless I'm guaranteed to sell it. But if I don't, I'm out $1,000. So
I was just thinking, man, like you could give out little cards or flyers or something with the with like a promo code.
Well, I can't do promo codes. It's TeePublic. They do promo codes, so I can do it if they do it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I have no choice. So. But the thing is, you won't pay for shipping if you get it from me, because I'm going to pay bulk shipping for all that stuff, and I'm not going to pass that on to the prices. I get a break in price if I order a bunch of stuff, and I'll probably sell it for regular price or whatever at the thing, and you'll save on shipping. So there you go. Yeah, so that'll be good. But I plan on picking up and I hope nobody buys it because I want to see it. I want to pick up one of the pillows. I want an APN pillow. See if anybody buys that. If they don't, totally bring it home. I'm probably going to get one of the tapestries and put that up in the back of the booth. But it'll be for sale if somebody wants it.
Oh man,
why not?
That makes me think you should come up with an APN coat of arms. Because that's what I first hear when I think of tapestry.
Right. So, anyway, fun stuff.
Or like all the host of the APN fighting a dragon.
There you go. There you go. So, if anybody does order a pillow, I want to see a picture of the pillow sitting on your couch or in the front seat of your car. Yeah.
Oh my God, because they're sleeping in it.
I know. Exactly. So, well, I guess we should probably go until your video completely dies.
That's true, because if I don't stop it before it runs out,
then all hell breaks loose, right?
Yeah.
So.
Corrupts the card.
That's right. All right. Well, check us out on archpodnet.com/ what do we change it to? YCTA, or is it You Call This Archaeology?
I think it's still You Call This Archaeology.
All right. Either way, click on the icon on the front of the homepage because that actually goes somewhere now. Or you can go to YouTube.
Yeah, Happy Archaeology Fun Time.
There you go.
And hopefully I will start getting things uploaded because I've got at least one video rendered and ready to go. I was just waiting for another one because it seems stupid to just upload one.
There you go.
Especially when I've got 10.
That's right. So, all right. Well, thanks, Richie. Thanks, everybody. Yeah. And we'll see you next week. Or I'll see you in California if you're watching this.
Ooh.
Send me a message on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, and don't forget WildNote. I don't know.
I know. WildNote. Free 30-day trial on WildNote.
Oh, really?
Go check it out. Anybody gets a free 30-day trial, fully functional app. go check that out. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks, there's actually going to be some forms up there that you can use if you're in California, and possibly some others around the country.
Oh,
So,
and it's iOS and Android, or just one?
it's everything.
Oh, really?
Everything.
Neat.
Yeah, it's browser-based on any browser, and then you create your project, you upload your forms, and then you sync that with your device, Android, iOS, whatever it is,
Oh.
and then go from there.
Wait, even Windows phones? For people still have those?
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive, actually.
Yeah, because you can use it in a browser. So, and I'm not sure if there's a Windows app, but you can definitely use it in a browser. So, who knows?
And shame on you for buying a Windows phone.
I know, right? I know. Get with the
Alrighty.
program. All right. See you later, everybody.
Yeah, see ya. Oh my god, I forgot to. Alrighty.
And now we're gone.
Oh, thank god. Wait. Oh wow, we cut that off.